be happy to receive it.
Inform your response. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just turning to the subject at hand, are there reasons to believe that there are other insurance markets where the end beneficiary of the insurance is being subject to harms, as we've seen in this case? It sort of picks up on the unknowns, but can you think of any? I mean, I can think of one that's the subject of an insurance inquiry we're doing, which I'll come on to.
So our rules will cover those markets as well. I was trying to think about this in preparation this morning and was talking to my team about it. Leasing of taxis, for example, is one where a black cab driver will lease the taxi and it'll be insured. But it will be one.
Are there any others? Can you just list them? Because I've got 2 minutes.
Go for it. Tell me what you have, because.
It picks up on it. But can you think of any others? Are there any others that you want to flag to us?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, if you can think of any, do let us know. It would be, I guess, what we're digging into is: are there these sort of unexploded ordnance type examples that are hitting consumers hard, that they're suffering in silence? The one which is connected, and we're doing an inquiry into the insurance market, is around third-party loss adjusters and others who are causing huge delay, according to the FOS information that we received as part of the evidence, which I raised with the ABI. ABI said that hadn't been raised with them. I believe the chair of the FCA has since or before, I'm not sure the chronology, has met with the ABI. Well, I'm quite concerned about the fact that these multiple institutions that are being used by insurance companies are not doing what they're supposed to, and the insurance company isn't actually taking responsibility for those that they're commissioning to take action to settle claims. And so that is an area where, at the moment, some of the evidence we're seeing is showing that there are issues. That is an area where we are concerned, and the FCA does need to look at this. And I can certainly write to you and give you examples, and the committee can, of the evidence we've already received.
Yeah, so I mean, we have been looking at these issues. It's a slightly different point in terms of beneficiaries, so to speak. So we are very concerned, and Matt, I believe you have written, unless I signed, I think you have written to the CEOs to let them know about our concerns as to the impact of this inflationary environment on insurance costs in the businesses. So insurance businesses are seeking to make profit. Our concerns are that claims are being delayed. There are some practices where the interest of the customer in terms of settlement of the claim is not entirely at the forefront of the activity. And then there is the use of certain loss adjusters, how many they use, how independent, how transparent. And
they run down the clock, is what we're finding. I mean, we've had evidence from one person where her house had burnt down, and they know they've got people over a barrel, and they're deliberately holding them practically to ransom.
So we are looking at claims. Evidently, it's who we look to is the insurer. So who the insurer contracts with to do work is their responsibility in terms of outsourcing.
That's right.
But we look to the insurer to ensure that whoever they are outsourcing activity to is following how they would treat a customer directly themselves.
What I put to you is that that's not what's happening, and what we need to know, and perhaps you can write to us about that, is how you are holding those insurance companies to account. We have a number of cases, and we can tell you which insurers people have been complaining about, where they're not holding them to account. They're passing the buck, even when there are complaints, and there are lots of complaints in the FOS. So it would be very helpful for you to come back to us on what the accountability mechanism is, and is it working? I believe it's not working, and customers are suffering, and hopefully at the end of the conclusion of the inquiry we will be making recommendations, but it would be helpful to get action now. Thank you. I'll stop there. My colleagues got 5 minutes.
Thank you.